What's up, everybody? Pack Bros are back. I'm Rob.
I'm Chris.
And we have a new character unlocked. We have our cousin Matthew on the side of the screen. It's a tight studio today. We are bringing him in today because we recently made two submissions, one to Beckett and one to, not Beckett, BGS, and one to PSA. And some of those PSA cards that we sent were some of Matthew's old Pokemon card collection. Nothing overly massive or first edition Charizard or anything like that, but there's a couple nice cards in there. We wanted Matthew to join us for the first reveal. I have the boxes in front of me. We have BGS over here, PSA over here. There's about 20 cards in total, and they span different varieties. There's some hockey, there's some basketball, there's some soccer, there's some Pokemon, some Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah.
Some Yu-Gi-Oh in there as well. So we'll take you guys along for the journey. I'm going to start it off with the BGS order because it's smaller.
This is all hockey, right?
This is all hockey. It's just 3 cards. I sent in a Lafreniere Young Guns canvas, a Shesterkin Young Gun, and a
Kaprizov
Young Gun. That's what it was. And I'll be honest with you, I'm starting, the more and more I look at things, to lean towards using PSA. Mostly for the half grades, which I never really thought of before. It begs the question that if your card gets, an 8.5, would it have gotten a 9 in PSA?
Mm-hmm.
If it got a 7.5, would have gotten an 8 in PSA. And I'm noticing on the aftermarket that does make a difference. Now, if you get a 10 BGS, that's pretty impressive. A pristine BGS is probably worth more than a pristine PSA.
But the likelihood of getting that
is
so incredibly low.
Exactly. I think PSA hands out more 10s than Beckett does. And that might be due to subgrades, it might be due to whatever, but in any event...
But the PSA 10 is still very respected.
Exactly.
Even if it is easier to get than a BGS 10.
For sure. And a PSA 10 will always do better than a BGS 9.5, or whatever the case may be. The whole number almost always does. And anyway, in any event, so we're going to hop in here. We got our Lafreniere Young Guns canvas graded. It's gold-plated, which is obviously a good sign off the bat. Our Lafreniere Young Guns canvas, I'll flip it over here, and we'll go for the reveal. It got a 9.5.
All right.
We got 9.5 on centering, edges, corners, 10 on the surface. These canvas cards were pretty nicely cut, so I'm not surprised about that. I'm just kind of bummed because if one more subcategory got a 10, we would have got a 10 overall.
I was just about to ask that.
That kind of sucks, but a 9.5 is pretty good there. Going right into what I was saying, would that have been a 10 PSA?
Most likely.
Probably.
Yeah.
So that's the frustration there. Kaprizov Young Guns. We'll take it out of the plastic here.
Again, a gold. I'm
Another
going to
gold
guess
plate.
9. That's my guess.
It's a 9.5 again.
Better than my guess. Very nice.
Edges got a 9, but centering, corners, and surface got a 9.5. So that one there might have gotten a 9 PSA. I don't know exactly how they do it. It could have been a 9.5. And this is the Young Gun that we got replaced.
Oh, they sent this one back to us
This is the sent back.
for a
This is
damage
directly
card.
from Upper Deck. And
Okay.
there's an actual little... I can see the edge nick up here. I don't know if the focus will come in.
I noticed that.
There's a nick on the top edge there. I don't remember it. I don't remember that being there. And I gave this card to them in the Upper Deck top loader, so they would have had to taken it out. I don't know. I'm not trying to create any speculation, but... Shesterkin. Interesting fact about this. I picked this up in I think it was early 2020. I picked it up for $20 before Shesterkin became the main event, so to say, in New York. And I'm happy I did. His Young Gun has exploded now. It came back at a 9.5.
Wow.
A true gem mint 9.5. Every category is 9.5. So right across the board, it's a 9.5 card. That's pretty cool. Again, though, would that be a 10 in PSA if they're all 9.5s? Is that what they would have gone to?
Hypothetically, all of these
ratings?
9.5s could have been all PSA 10s, and then that would have made for an even better video.
The Kaprizov probably, I could see going to 9 because of that edge. I don't think you can give it a 10 because of that edge. That makes sense. So I kind of won on the Kaprizov, getting a half mark there.
But the Laffy
But I think these two could very well have been 10s.
Agreed.
That's my thought process. You guys let me know what you think down below in the comment section if you've had similar circumstances. I know for a fact BGS is getting less graded cards than ever before. I recently saw something posted up online that even, is it SGC or CSG?
SGC.
One of the two. I actually have more volume right now than BGS.
Yeah, a lot of people are going towards that the alternatives.
Yes.
As opposed to the big two.
Well,
really,
PSA is still number one. It
always will be.
Without doubt. But is it CSG or SGC? One or two?
I think it's SGC.
They both exist. I just don't know which one is the one that's popular. They offer a quick turnaround time. That's their in the market.
Isn't it like 60 to like 90 days?
Less.
For them? Less. It's even less than that.
Less.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We waited how long for these?
This one was 60 to 90 days. Yeah, I submitted these at the show in.
Oh, right, you did it in person in Toronto.
Yeah, exactly. PSA. This is the bigger one. I think there's 16, 17 cards in here. I did rip it open just so that we could. I counted the cards on top. Have not looked at the grades yet. It's fully sealed still, as you can see. All right. I just want to make sure I got all my cards back because we got this package about a week ago or so, and I didn't want to risk anything happening. I believe these are face down.
Oh, I see Carter.
So we're going to go off the top. This is no particular order, but I'll give you the background story for each card. This is a Vince Carter rookie card. This is for Chris's PC.
True.
He sent 2 of them in.
True.
We'll start with the first one here. The first one got a PSA 7. A 7. I mean, I see some on the edges. I don't think we thought it would get a 10.
No.
But it is a 25-year-old card. But that's a Vince Carter rookie. Let's see if he did better on the second one here.
You know, before you do that flip, what I like about PSA is you can't tell what the grade is until you flip it over. So you know how the BGS, it's like a gold plate. It's like, oh, okay, I got a 9 or better.
Yeah.
With this, it's like I have no idea. It makes the reveal a little bit more special. I just wanted to add that in.
Vince Carter, same card, 9.
Hey, okay, that's
there
better.
We go.
Now the one I already have in my PC, I believe, is already a 9, or it may. Sorry, I have a Tracy McGrady rookie that's an 8. The other Vince Carter is a 9. So I was looking to either match that or get above. So I'm happy with that one.
So there
Not so happy with the 7, but maybe next convention I'll bring that 7 along with me and try to see if I can get a little something for it, at least my money back, or add it into a trade-in for value. So not all hope is lost on that one, but I'm happy with that 9.
We'll put that in the Chris pile. This is also a Chris card. This is a Lamelo Ball Great Expectations insert.
This is one of our least viewed videos, and I don't know why.
That's weird. This is one of
our
like
under 50 views.
Yeah, this is a great pull. Go back and watch the video. It's from the Donruss basketball retail that we did, and we ended up pulling a Lamelo Gold out of 25.
Yeah, and that box was like, it was cheap. It was like 70.
Yeah, no,
like $70.
You killed it on that box. Let's see how much you killed it.
This is out of 10.
The Lamelo
Gold out of 10.
25.
Oh, is it 25?
I think it's 25.
Oh, okay.
I'll double check when we flip it over.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. That's and a 9. Okay.
It's a 9. 9. Great Expectations, Yellow Laser, Lamelo Ball, rookie card, numbered out of 25. I got a 9. That's pretty good.
That's really, really good. I know his stock has gone down a little bit recently,
injury troubles.
I mean, injuries are going to happen regardless. I think in the long run, that's going to be a very solid card to have. I'm really happy with that.
So I'm going to set the Pokemon to the side because I did put a Pokemon card in as well, and I want to do all of Matthews in one shot.
True.
So we'll slow roll that. Malachi Flynn. Chris wanted this card graded. It was a Malachi Flynn rookie auto.
I got that out of the same product as the Lamelo. That was in the first box we did.
And it got a 10.
Gem Mint 10, boys.
Gem Mint 10.
Nice. Let's go.
Very nice. Signature Series Malachi Flynn rookie card. Not getting a ton of play with the Raptors right now, despite everybody saying he should be. So we'll see if he takes off somewhere else. I have a feeling he's not going to get a chance with the Raptors, so hopefully a trade happens at the trade deadline. I think it will, and we'll see what happens there. If not, they got to play him because they're not really utilizing him or letting him grow at all.
Yeah.
At the moment, and I think he's got more in the tank. But there you go, Gem Mint 10, Malachi Flynn.
I'm really happy with that.
Signature Series.
I think he has a lot of potential. So to add that to my PC is bananas.
This is your Yu-Gi-Oh, Chris?
Yep.
All right, let's get Chris out of the way. We've got some Yu-Gi-Oh cards coming up here. I have no idea who it's going to be, so let's cover the top. It's a Tri-Horned Dragon.
Okay, so this was a reprint from, I believe, 2010 or 2011 Legend of Blue Eyes. I got this out of a pack at Walmart.
It's a secret rare.
It is a secret rare.
Tri-Horned Dragon.
The reason I got the Tri-Horned is a lot of people like this card from LOB, plus it's one of the only secret rares in the set. So even though it's a reprint, it still has good value if you get a good grade.
Yeah. LOB 000. It got a
9 mint. That's really good. I actually checked a lot of the prices of these cards beforehand because I remember what I sent in. That Tri-Horned Dragon at a 9 goes for around $80 to $100.
Nice.
Which is really good.
What does it go raw? Do you know what it goes raw?
Raw, it's like $20-$30 kind of thing.
You made much.
It's honestly not bad for a reprint card if you were to even sell it raw because the packs are like $10.
There you go.
So that's a good one. I'm happy with
Another Yu-Gi-Oh card on PSA. This one is a Red Eyes Black Dragon.
That is from the Megatins of 2022. I sent in a Red Eyes, a Blue Eyes, and an Ash Blossom, I believe, all from that set.
This is a first edition secret rare. It got a Gem Mint 10.
Let's go.
Red Eyes Black Dragon, first edition, Gem Mint 10.
That's sick. That is pack fresh. That went straight into a seal, and then right off to PSA. I think that might be my first Gem Mint 10 Yu-Gi-Oh card
Yes.
that I've ever gotten.
Yes, it is.
That's really. I actually want to look at that a little bit.
We will go on to the next.
That feels good.
Oh yeah.
We'll go on to the next Yu-Gi-Oh card here. In front of us, we have the Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. This is from the same product as the Red Eyes Black Dragon. It is also a secret rare. It got a Mint 9.
Very good.
A Mint 9.
I had a feeling that just from looking at my angle here, the centering looks off a little bit.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really expecting a 10. I was hoping for a 9. So I was expecting a 9, got a 9. I'm happy with that. Ash Blossom also sells really well.
The common rule is if you get like a 9, you might make a little bit of money. You're probably not going to take a loss. If you get below a 9, you're going to take a loss. And that's on new cards I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Older cards, different story because those hold value themselves. But typically, at least nowadays, unfortunately, the raw value of a card is right around what a 9 goes for. It used to be more like an 8, and that's where people jumped on and made some money. But now it looks like 9 is kind of the where that mark is set. So probably made a little bit of money there, giving a guaranteed stamp that it's a 9 rather than just taking our word that it's pack fresh. We have Blue Eyes White Dragon from the same product. It is also a secret rare. It is also first edition. It got a 8.
Okay.
Near mint 8. I'm not too. I mean, it does look a little bit off left, but
Most Yu-Gi-Oh cards are off center. So
not enough for me to say it's an 8. I can't really see any imperfections. The corners look okay. I don't know. You got an 8 on that one.
it's interesting. It's the only one I pulled out of that product, so
10,
I
9,
was gonna go for it regardless.
All right,
That's okay.
let's dip into mine now, and I just put a couple cards in that I want to get graded with PSA. I tried to stick to sports that are typically more found in PSA. Hockey has forever been known as a BGS product, so I sent my hockey cards there. But we're starting off with a Jude Bellingham rookie card. This is when he's playing for Borussia Dortmund. This is before he played really well for England in the World Cup. I got this in a group break, actually. I got this one and the base card. This is the refractor version of it. I'm going to hold on to this card to see if he does well. He's very young. I think he's only 18 or 19. Yeah, he's born in 03. So he's 20 now. Not even. He's 19, turning 20. So he's got a lot of good years ahead of him. I think he's going to be a great player for England. And it got a... There's the front of the card, by the way. Refractor, rookie, Jude Bellingham. Gem Mint 10. Let's go.
Nice.
That's a great one. I'm very happy to get that at a 10. I know this card's only going to go up in value. He's a great young player. Very hopeful that that he continues to play well. England has a bright future in soccer, I will say.
Just so the folks know, how much did that group break cost you?
Oh god, like nothing, like $20 tops.
That's it. $20 for a
And,
group
and I
break,
also
you
got
that.
I got the base rookie too, not the
Damn.
non-refractor. I got both of them.
That's solid.
Yeah.
That's good value.
Yes.
We love good value.
This here I picked up at an antique store. I paid $40 for it, I think. Between $20 and $40. It's a Shohei Ohtani score rookie, numbered out of 299. Not too sure if you guys can see that. Yeah, numbered at 299. This is his. I mean, Ohtani is a generational player. He can pitch and hit. He does both. He's a pitcher for the Angels, and he also hits, and he's very good at both. It's uncommon, press proof rookie, numbered to 299. It got a Mint 9.
Nice.
I'm okay with that. It honestly, I spent so much time in the antique mall looking at it to decide what kind of condition it was in. I almost didn't buy it because I thought it was going to get less than a 9. I do wish it got a 10, but honestly, I'm pretty happy at a 9 for this card. Mint 9, Ohtani, score press proof, rookie, numbered to 299. I'll probably hold on to this one as well as he continues to progress in his career. I hope he gets moved from the Angels. I hope he wins a World Series. I know it's not happening with the Angels. Okay. This, I purchased a bulk of them. I paid $10 a piece. It was at a local hobby shop that had a ton of singles and just wanted to get rid of them, so I grabbed one of it. These are the LeBron James City Heights Upper Deck Redemption. This is rookie material, but there's a lot of them, so this is not exactly rare. It was just kind of unique, especially because back then Upper Deck had the ability to sell basketball cards with the team name on it. So I sent the best one I had. I think I bought like 5 of them for $10 a piece. I know they're typically worth 20 to 25 on the aftermarket raw. I looked at them, picked my best one, sent it to PSA, and it got a 9 mint.
Nice.
So I'm happy with that. That's totally fine. Would have been nice to get a 10, but a 9 mint is fine by me. I'll get my money back out of it, no problem. This is one of those cards that is obviously you can see like the what do they call that? the 3D style, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
It has the texture for all you Ontario kids of an agenda. So that's what it feels like if you scratch it. That's what it would do.
Nice.
So yeah, that's that. Now diving into the Pokemon.
Here we
There's
go.
5 cards here. 4 are Matthew's. 1 is mine, and this is mine. So let's get this one out of the way first. I sent in just a base set Charmander. It's not first edition. It's not shadowless. It's not anything like that. I'm just a big Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard fan. It's always been fire starters for me. If Pokemon had 3 save files, the first one would be for Charmander, the second one would be for Squirtle, and the third one would be for my second Charmander. So that's how much I like Charmander. And I sent in the base card. It got a mint 9. I'm happy with that. I didn't think it was going to get a 10. It didn't look like a 10, but I just wanted to have this for my own personal collection to say I have the OG Charmander card. And that's that. So I'll put that in my pile. Now, the reason we brought a new main character to the fold. We have 4 Pokemon cards here. They are all OG cards. Are they first edition? No, but these are like way back. What year were we talking about?
Probably 2000.
Early 2000s. Yeah. This is some first set stuff. There is a Charizard in here. It is not first edition. It is not shadowless, but it is still a Charizard. We don't believe any of these cards are going to get a 10 because they were in a binder. We played with them. We did all kinds of things with them. But we took 4 ones that we thought were about most value, and we decided to get them graded. Off the top, what we're going to do is I'm just going to cover the grade, and we're going to flip it to see what it is. This is the Ho-Oh from 2001 Neo Revelations Holo card. It was a rare back then. All right, and this one was in okay condition. Honestly, looking at it right now, it looks pretty good from here. I see a little bit on the edging there. Mm-hmm. So let's see what it got. A near mint 8 on the Ho-Oh.
That's
pretty good.
That's pretty good for a 2001 card that we've had for years and years,
20 years
and played with, and it's been in a binder.
Yeah,
that's impressive.
That's pretty good, honestly. I didn't think it was going to get an 8. I really didn't think it was going to get an 8. Mm-hmm. I know it had some problems in the back. I knew the centering was off a little bit. An 8 is really solid for that card. Not packed fresh. Literally just sitting around. We bought it probably at a convenience store pack or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
So I'll slide that over for Matthew to take a closer look at. Now this card is embedded in plastic forever.
That's pretty cool.
We'll cover the front again. We have the Dark Espeon from 2002 Neo Destiny. Espeon sells really well. That's why we got this one graded. Again, I don't expect this to get a 10. There are very clear issues. There's a black mark there. There's obviously edging issues. The back also, I believe, has some white on it. So it's not a 10, but we're hoping to have a higher grade. It got a 4.
A 4. Ooh.
A very good, excellent 4. Now, I don't know what that means for the value of the card. Honestly, this is an old card. These OG Pokemon cards definitely still have a market in the 3, 4, 5, 6 range.
Oh, yeah.
I know for a fact they do. How much is it worth compared to raw? We'll have to take a look.
Yeah.
But a very good, excellent 4 Dark Espeon. And worst case scenario, Matthew gets to keep one of the cards from his childhood encased. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we'll put that there. Next up, we have... This one was one I was most interested in. This is a 2002 Neo Destiny Shining Tyranitar. This is a secret rare from 2002. I didn't even know they had those in 2002. You can tell on the bottom here, I believe the starring is black or something along those lines under the rarity thing. This card looked okay. It's not a 10, but it looked decent. I imagined it'd be 7, 8, 9 kind of thing. That's what I thought, depending on how they graded. And this card does have a nice aftermarket. I was very impressed to see that because it's a secret rare. The Shining Tyranitar got a 7, a near mint 7.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good. I thought it was going to get an 8 or so, honestly, but a 7 is solid. That gives good aftermarket value for this card. It's hard to find these cards. Even if you bought these packs now, the Neo Destiny, 1, super expensive. 2, secret rares are really hard to pull. This is not an unlimited card. This is not something that came 1 per pack. Secret rares are a tough pull, so this is pretty awesome that we got a 7 near mint on this Shining Tyranitar. Matthew, you can take a look at that if you like. And last but not least, accidentally but ultimately, we have the 1999 Pokemon Charizard Holo. It is not first edition. It is not shadowless, but it is a Holo Charizard. This is Matthew's childhood Charizard. This is the card that you always would want to get graded, the one that you want to see what it comes back at. It doesn't matter what grade it gets. We did this to encase it forever, and see where it's at. There's definitely discrepancies in quality on the front and the back. There's even a wrinkle on the back. I'm not too sure if you guys can see that there. But in any event, the Charizard got a very good 3. And that's okay.
About expected.
Honestly,
Yeah.
that's okay. We didn't expect it to do anything amazing. And sometimes the lower grades are actually highly desirable because people like to collect one of each grade and do a rainbow sometimes. And some of the lower grades are actually harder to get. So a very good 3 on the Charizard there. And that is the final card in our submission to PSA. From my side, and I'll gather their feedback in a second, I like PSA. I think I'm going to send more cards to PSA. The process was easy when I was at the show. It kept everything in Canada. We're based out of Canada. They have a location on the East Coast. I paid by e-transfer, which was awesome. I didn't have to play an American. I didn't have to use a credit card. Like BGS, I had to use my American credit card, then convert, and they had to ship it back from Texas and all these. So annoying. PSA, it was here in a week once I paid for it. The payment was clean and simple. The cost was pretty low. It was $25 Canadian a card. Shipping was $60 altogether for everything. It was just a pretty clean and simple process. So I do think I'm going to use PSA more often. Chris, what are your thoughts on everything we saw, the cards you got graded?
I'm very happy overall. And I agree that PSA seems to be the best way to go with the type of cards that we submit. I know that specifically with certain TCGs and certain sports, it's more desirable to get one of them in BGS than it would be for PSA. So I know like hockey is more desirable in BGS as opposed to like Pokemon is pretty much exclusively sought after in PSA.
To be honest, I think everything but hockey is. I think hockey's the thing that's keeping BGS afloat. If I'm being honest with you, and I'm seeing that changing. I'm hearing more and more. Last time I was at the show, I was looking for Lemieux rookie cards, and I was having a hard time finding Lemieux rookies that are BGS. It was PSA. And I asked somebody who did a lot of graded cards, I said, how come I'm seeing this? And they said, honestly, because a 9-5 Lemieux or a chance at a 10 or a 9 to a 10, I'll take my chances with PSA because I'm going to make more money off a PSA 10 than a BGS 9-5.
Yeah.
Or even just an 8-5 to a 9 or a 7-5 to an 8. That's a big difference when it comes to 40-year-old rookie cards. So,
and then in the addition to that, I think what is also in PSA's favor, and I didn't notice until he just explained it, was the entire process.
Yes.
It seems like it's 10 times easier with PSA to have that process go through like that, no issues whatsoever, than it would be with BGS. So that's another hurdle that people would have to go through if they want to submit with BGS.
From Canada.
From Canada, yeah, as opposed to PSA. I think from now on, PSA for sure. I know PSA... specifically with Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards and I open a lot more Yu-Gi-Oh! Than anything else we do. Similar to Pokemon, it's highly desirable in PSA. Quite honestly, I don't remember the last time I saw a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card in like a BGS slab.
Yeah.
It's like really rare to find that. And I honestly don't know why someone would do that because every other card is in PSA. So it 100% makes sense. PSA from now on, at least for me. Maybe if we get some sick hockey pulls, we might have to go with BGS. We'll see what happens. But yeah, PSA, I'm very happy overall.
Matthew, your thoughts?
Well, I mean, I was obviously hoping for, better grades on some of the cards. I didn't have high hopes for the Charizard. Of course, that Shining Tyranitar, I was really hoping to maybe push it to like an 8 or a 9. But I mean, all things considered, these are cards that I opened 20 years ago from a pack that I bought at a convenience store. It was, like you said, it was in a binder.
Yeah.
We played with them. We were careful with them, but we weren't using them at the time as if they were going to be something.
We were 12-year-old careful.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, all things considered, I'm really happy. It's cool to know that these are just permanently encased in that now, and that's just permanent condition forever.
Yep, it'll never be less than that unless you break open the case. Which,
exactly.
And I will say, going through them, I expected that to happen on the Charizard. I did hope that was going to get an 8. I didn't know what to think about this one. This is a pleasant surprise. I didn't think that was going to get an 8.
That's surprising.
I really didn't. I thought that was going to be a 6 or a
surprise.
7. I thought that was going to be flipped with a Tyranitar.
Yeah.
That's very impressive.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest change especially because of the condition we found these cards in. So all of them were in a binder.
Yep.
But the Tyranitar was one of the only cards that was in just like a soft sleeve.
Yeah.
Right? The Ho-Oh wasn't. The Ho-Oh was just raw in the binder.
Yep.
As is. So I honestly didn't have high expectations for the Ho-Oh, but it's interesting. I honestly, like you said, I thought they would have been flipped. I thought the Tyranitar probably would have gotten an 8, maybe even a 9 on a good day, and the Ho-Oh probably would have been closer to like a 6 or a 7.
Yep.
So very interesting to see.
But there you have it. I mean, we are the Pack Bros plus Matthew, the Pack cousin. And we didn't have any packs today, but we did have a lot of slabs. But we've shown you all our slabs. The boxes are empty. Stay tuned for our next grading submission. It is coming up shortly. We're already stacking up the cards to send over to PSA or BGS, depending when the time comes. Please subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you like what you see here. If you have any thoughts about grading process yourself, we're always open to hearing feedback. We're not experts in this stuff. This is my first PSA our first PSA grading submission. BGS have done it 3 times. Mint, I've done it twice. So I'm very new to the grading world. I'm not new to the hobby world, but very new to the grading side of things. So please leave your feedback below. And if you like what you see here, smash the thumbs up. We're at a slab, so we're at a time. See you guys later.